Ziggy Marley released a record called I Am Human, and in the record Ziggy eventually states, I am not black, I am not white. Now, I am a fan of all of the Marley boys, aka the Jamaican Jackson 5. That's how fly they are. I thought about the track for a minute and found it very interesting, especially at this time, this point in time in this politically charged climate we are all forced to live in. Hell, I just wanted to watch season 3 of Young Justice and not worry about a damn anti-Negro police state. But this is what happens in this world, and we all want to stay in our living room, in our bubble, and be left alone. Just please leave me alone. Come on, man. I just pulled a 2 16-hour shift. 2 16-hour shifts, that is. And this is my only day off. Please, I don't care about race. I don't care about Trump or his scarecrow hairline. But this is the life that we are in, and that is not how life works. As you can see, there are so many protesters on the streets, from Black Lives Matter to the Women's March on Washington. Whether you agree with the ideals of these people or not, they are on the streets marching. I just recently read on hiphopsdx.com that Insane Clown Posse will be having a Juggalo March on Washington. ICP have been entangled with the FBI since Juggalos were classified as a loosely organized hybrid gang in the FBI's 2011 National Gang Threat Assessment Report. In 2014, ICP sued the FBI and the U.S. Justice Department over the designation, but the lawsuit was dismissed by a federal judge. ICP appealed the ruling and won an appeal in an Ohio court in 2015 of September. ICP and its fans will take the nation's capital on September 16, 2017, frontman Joe Violent J. Bruce announced, as it was reported to the Detroit News. So as you can see, it appears that this time everyone pretty much of all backgrounds has taken up some sort of issue with the government and the establishment. So I was thinking about the song by Ziggy Marley and his approach to the ills of this world through humanism. Well, for the most part, I did listen to the song somewhat passively. Then I read an article write-up on 18karatreggae.com, and it seems as if though they have taken up some sort of issue with Ziggy and his all-inclusive message on I Am Human. But this is not the first time Ziggy received some backlash. Some years back, Ziggy Marley came under criticism for performing in an apartheid Israel. When confronted with questions as to why would he perform in an area under such political duress, Ziggy simply retorted, well, what I tell him is that, listen, I follow nature, I follow the universe, I follow God. I'm not a part of the segregation that people put on each other. I'm a part of nature and God made the sun shine for everybody. To some, his response came across as a bit dodgy. To others, his response seemed fair. Critics pointed out the possible difference, though, in a response if the question had been given to Ziggy's father, Bob. Given how Bob Marley spoke openly against apartheid in South Africa and the social unrest of his country, Jamaica, but Ziggy offered a glimpse into why he performed in Israel. Rastafarianism has a lot to do with the Old Testament and Solomon and David and Moses, so we have a strong connection from many years back, he said. So one could see where Ziggy is coming from and also where his critics' perspective lies as well. Some of Ziggy's detractors went as far even to call out the fact that his wife, Orly Marley, is from the Middle East, and that is possibly one of the contributing factors as to why he performed in Israel. That could be the case, or it may not be. He may just be adhering to the doctrine of Rastafarianism. But it would be interesting to hear Ziggy's point of view on the treatment of Ethiopian Jews in Israel, given that he is a devout follower of Rastafarianism, also given the fact that it developed out of Ethiopia in the 1930s. Or maybe people are just expecting too much of people like Ziggy Marley. After all, he is just an entertainer despite being connected to the legacy of Bob Marley, who was more than just an entertainer. And as for the song itself, honestly, it just goes back to some of the earlier songs that Bob Marley did as well, because he did preach for world peace. All right, and I know at this stage, in this time, people want us to pick sides on left, right, black, white, all over, but at the same time, it's just fallen in the same tradition of a lot of songs coming out of the mindset of Rastafarianism and even what Bob Marley did. So for the most part, I don't really have a problem with the song, but go ahead, leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about the song, and do you feel that any of the Marley clan lived up to their father's legacy. And what do you think about Bob Marley's legacy as well? This is your boy, Prince Solomon. I am out. One.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Real friends. How many of us? How many of us? It's not many of us. Real friends. How many of us? How many of us? It's too many jealous. How many of us have a real friend? Someone who understands, someone who feel the pain. If you get me blind, he gon' hold your hand. He acting like a brother, but he just a friend. I know a lot of people got him on the gram. See a lot of faces like they holograms. Ain't nobody's real, everybody's fake. Don't be fooled, look around, you can see the snake. Used to be alone, I'm the only son. Always use my punches, never need a gun. Escaping from this war, Jesus fucking blunt. My circle really small and it's for the best. How many of us will be down for you? How many of us don't give a damn about you? How many of us will make $1 off you? Laugh at your pain, leave it down, talk about you. Yeah, I should have known better. Some niggas switch up on me, now my vision clearer. Focus on the goal, nigga, fuck a header. Views on the target, I'm a dream chaser. It's all about that dough, it's all about that paper. As soon as you get some, they gon' be around you. Support me now, don't support me later. Don't come around when a nigga make it. My dream is on the line, it's all around the corner. I know some niggas hating, yeah, I know they jealous. I got my team with me, real niggas out here, real friends. The whole family, everybody out here, real friends. How many of us? How many of us? It's not many of us, real friends. How many of us? How many of us? It's too many jealous. How many of us?